It's important to realize that not all price distortions are due to reflexivity. Market participants can't possibly base their decisions on knowledge. They have to anticipate the future, and the future is contingent on the decisions that people have not yet made. What those decisions are going to be and what effect they will have can't be accurately anticipated. Nevertheless, people are forced to make decisions. To guess correctly, people would have to know the decisions of all of the other participants and their consequences, but that's impossible. Rational expectations theory sought to circumvent this impossibility by postulating that there is a single correct set of expectations and people's views will converge around it. That postulate has no resemblance to reality, but it is the basis of financial economics as it's currently taught in universities. In practice, participants are obliged to make their decisions in conditions of uncertainty. Their decisions are bound to be tentative and biased. That's the generic cause of price distortions. Occasionally, the price distortions set in motion a boom-bust process. More often, they are corrected by negative feedback. In these cases, market fluctuations have a random character. I compare them to the waves sloshing around in a swimming pool as opposed to a tidal wave. Obviously, the latter are more significant, but the former are more ubiquitous. The two kinds of price distortions intermingle so that in reality, boom-bust processes rarely follow the exact course of my model. Bubbles that follow the pattern I described in my model occur only in those rare occasions when they are so powerful that they overshadow all the other processes going on at the same time. It will be useful to distinguish between near equilibrium and far from equilibrium conditions. The near equilibrium conditions are characterized by random fluctuations, and the far from equilibrium situations are those in which a bubble predominates. Near equilibrium is characterized by humdrum, everyday events which are repetitive and lend themselves to statistical generalizations. Far from equilibrium conditions give rise to unique historical events where outcomes are generally uncertain, but have the capacity to disrupt the statistical generalizations based on everyday events. The rules that can guide decisions in near equilibrium conditions don't apply in far from equilibrium situations. The recent financial crisis is a case in point. All the risk management tools and synthetic financial products that were based on the assumption that price deviations from a putative equilibrium occur in a random fashion broke down. And people who relied on mathematical models which had served them well in near equilibrium conditions got badly hurt.